Now, I've made a couple of videos on my EMA strategy, in particular using the two 5 EMAs, one as an open and one as a close. And I'm now going to complicate it even more. It's something that you can think about. You don't have to, but I like to do. On the 2-minute chart, let me just see if I can find a clear representation of it. See here, I've got these two up here, the two blues are the two 5 EMAs, which is a 5 EMA close and a 5 EMA open. Under that are two 25 EMAs. One is a close and one is the open. Okay, so the purple is the open and the close is the orange. And what this is measuring, hang on, I'll just rewind for a second. I have a 10-minute chart here on the left-hand side and a 2-minute chart here. The maths that produces these two 25 EMAs is based on these two charts. So if you were to change these charts, you would have to do the maths again, okay? So these two EMAs here are measuring, I'm taking these two EMAs on the 10-minute chart and I guess putting them onto a 2-minute chart, okay? So what I'm looking at on this 2-minute chart is actually here. See how these two 5s on the 10-minute chart are upwards? They're saying it's long, and that's what that is measuring, okay? It's just measuring these bars, 1, 2, 3 bars, 30 minutes worth of movement. And same for here. You can see, let me see if I can get this across. So we are measuring on the 10-minute chart from here, where my mouse is, right up to this big red bar. Okay, and we're measuring the two 5 EMAs on the 10-minute chart. We're just bringing it across to the 2-minute chart. Does that make any sense? So it's complicated. You don't have to have it, but I think it's really handy to do. And so how do we arrive at these two 25s? What you do is you a little bit of maths, but it's very, very easy. So we know these are both 5 EMAs. So just grab your calculator. And so we have a 10-minute chart, which is this one here. This is our master chart. So you go 10 times that by the EMA, okay, which gives us 50. Okay, over here is the 2-minute chart. So we now divide 2, which is a 2-minute chart, into 50. Divide that by 2, and now that gives us 25. That's the length of these EMAs here on the 2-minute chart. If this was, let me just mark this up so I don't get lost sort of there and there. If this was a 3-minute chart, you just do the same maths. Where did they go? Okay, so these EMAs won't be correct. I mean, they're very similar, but they won't be correct. So we now need to change the length of these EMAs. So we come over to we know the 10-minute chart's still a 5. So just grab your calculator. So we know 5 times 10 is 50. We want to divide the smaller chart, I call it the child chart, into 50. So you divide that by 3. Now that gives us 16.6. So you can say 17. You can change these EMAs here to 17. And now that's going to give us a pretty accurate reading of this 10-minute chart. You sort of follow me? And it would just be the same if you used a 1-minute chart or a 5-minute chart or an 8-minute chart. Just divide your child chart length of the time frame into the length of these EMAs here. And it's just another, will it make you a better trader? It could do. Will it make you will it stop losses? It could do. Will it make you profit? It could do. There is nothing certain in any of this. It's all ad hoc. I always say trading's 50-50. because we don't know what's going to happen. Just because you enter doesn't mean the thing's going up. When you have all these squiggly lines, it doesn't mean anything. At the end of the day, it's all really stupid, but what else have we got? Unless we're the ones putting, millions and trillions of dollars into the market. I'm just a small scalper that scalps micros, so I'm trying to find the best way I can so I don't lose my shirt, as they say. But that's just another way to do things. Now, I could bring that down here. I could bring these EMAs down here, but it's just going to get so friggin' messy because I have a 20 EMA here. I'd rather just keep them up here, because then now I know, when I see price looking like this, I know it's above. I know the 10-minute chart or the parent chart is above their 5 EMAs. So it's pretty handy to have. I'll just keep it on the 3-minute and let's just find something. Okay, look, just wait for that to dial in. And as you can see, so it's just following the 10-minute chart. Of course, it's the same procedure with entry, using your 5 minutes, your 5-minute EMAs on the smaller chart. Okay, just if you've gone through the videos, you understand where I'm coming from with it all. There's a lot of EMAs. Let's have a look here. This is a UK session, and we're coming to the USA session. Let's have a look. So there. I mean, you could, even if you wanted to, just get rid of these 5s if it does your head in. And you can say, right, well, if price is above this here, it's got to be above on the parent chart. But I just like to keep it there. Okay, and if you didn't want to if you didn't want to have the parent chart up, you can just get rid of it, and you can know comfortably where you are on the higher time frame chart. In our case, this is a 10-minute, so we can see here that we're above the trend here, and consolidation all through here. It's the same here. Price is breaking through on this 3-minute and also the 10-minute. Price is breaking through here. It might go short. Okay. So there's a lot of ways to look at it. You just need to expand your awareness of all of this. So here, is that a short? I don't know. Based on this chart, it is. But let's go over to the 10-minute and have a quick look. Well, it's not really. It's just that the price is breaking through the 5 EMAs on the 10-minute. See, price hasn't broken through the long-term trend. So it's just something you need to be aware of where you are in the bigger picture. It can't hurt just to have 2 charts up like this, and it's not taking up too much space. You can even just push that over there if you wanted to. Whatever you need to do, go play around with this. There's a lot going on, but once you get your head around it, it just might help you from entering in these stupid areas where you might think, it's going to Armageddon. Well, the parent chart says it's not. Yeah, it's breaking through some of these EMAs, but it's not pulling through here. And that might have been an entry here on the smaller time frame. We don't. I wouldn't have taken it. I'd really wait to see this red line at least poke through. As you can see, it didn't quite poke through there. That's what I look for. If I had taken that, I still would have done very well. I would have got out at around, if I had seen that come back, I would have got out at 20. And then re-entered again up here somewhere. Oh, and then re-entered up here. And this is towards the end of the night, by the way, on the USA session. Anyway, go and back test this, forward test this, have a play around. See what you reckon. There's a lot going on, but you'll work it out. All right, catch ya.